I think we all have a sense of responsibility to help maintain the roads here, and I use these roads like everyone else who pays fossil fuel, pays for gas. And
another year, another annual fee for Kentuckians who own electric vehicles. But good news is coming for drivers of hybrid cars in 2025. It comes as Governor Andy Beshear announces plans to build more EV charging stations, but automakers have admitted demand for EVs has not increased as fast as they had hoped. Isaiah Kim Martinez is here to break down the cost for next year, including for Hoosier. So, Isaiah, how does it look right now?
Well, Connie, I know the fee this year came as a surprise, of course, right,
Yeah.
to a lot of EV owners, but from what we can tell, no drastic spikes in fees to worry about in 2025. But we do have an incoming president who's not a fan of those federal EV tax credits. That makes 2025 a key year to watch for sales in Kentucky and around the country.
my last name is Cloud, and the license plate has Cloud on it, so this is Chief Thunder Cloud.
Newly retired Greg Cloud of Louisville has been riding the EV wave for the last couple years, though his interest in buying an electric vehicle came long before that.
I told my wife many years ago, I said, if I live long enough, I'll own a Tesla.
It's well worth the growing fee. Cloud says he and others pay annually to drive them in Kentucky.
Tesla Model Y, and we have a Model X.
As required by a 2023 state law, Kentuckians who own EVs or plug-in hybrid EVs will pay a $126 tax in 2025. That's a $6 hike from this year to cover changes in road maintenance costs.
I wasn't expecting it when I got the first one last year. But again, I got over it pretty quickly in terms of what I'm saving. And
more charging stations are popping up across Louisville, from the Tesla supercharger off Bardstown Road.
I try to keep it closer to 80–85% charged.
To the Meyer off Westport Road. Kristen Ledbetter just leased her EV. She admits many Kentuckians are still hesitant to convert.
Months ago, I'd say I'd never get an EV because I don't want to be stranded. What if I go on a road trip? But I have learned through this process that there's actually lots of chargers in and around Louisville.
Governor Andy Beshear has announced millions in federal dollars going to open nearly 50 charging stations along Kentucky's interstates by late 2026. It comes as the first of those twin EV battery manufacturing plants in Hardin County is set to open in just months.
You know, in Kentucky, we like to use what we make. Those Ford F-150 Lightnings are all going to be powered by a Kentucky-made battery.
But EV sales growth has slowed some compared to the last few years, causing automakers like Ford to temper their expectations.
What we see in the EV market is it is expanding, just not as fast as many people predicted it would. But with what we're, I think, going to see in terms of the economy and the worldwide economy, it's going to be more important than ever to make things in the United States.
Meanwhile, good news for Kentuckians with hybrid cars. Your annual fee goes from $60 this year to $0 in 2025. And Connie, I checked these rates over in Indiana. We're actually looking at a $221 annual registration fee for Hoosiers, and then that's specifically for EVs, and then $74 a year for Hoosiers with hybrid EVs, the one you still plug in.
Yeah. Quite a bit more. Yeah. And I was asking you, why do we have this again? Because we just got a Tesla last year.
And it's a great question.
Yeah.
Again, this came in the mail to a surprise for a lot of folks. Essentially, when you pay that gas tax, right, when you drive a gas-powered vehicle, this goes to this fund in the state to pay for construction of roads, of course, maintenance of many roads. Essentially, this is lawmakers' way of making sure that even folks with EVs still pay their fair share to get that money toward the road fund, essentially.
Got to get that money.
So you can't escape it.
All right, great. Thanks so much, Isaiah.